welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy new moon. While we're gathering, let's talk about this new moon in Leo. Just a quick little download of information about this new moon. There's some really special, cool energy in the cosmos right now. So first and foremost, the new moon is going to occur at 9:49 Eastern. So we're going to be together as the new moon alignment occurs. So I think that is just it's going to hit us right probably around the time of Shavasana. So I feel like that'll be a really cool, potent time to just fall into some nice, relaxing shapes. And I have some notes now because I'm trying to keep things focused. What makes this particularly notable, this new moon alignment this month, is that it's happening. It's also called the Lionsgate portal. And this happens every year around August 8th when the Earth makes a special alignment with the fixed star Ceres, shifting creative-oriented energy. And Leo is known for its regal nature and heartfelt bravery, and coupled with Sirius, known to bring abundance and harvest, this energy brings a powerful moment to upgrade your reality. I don't usually like to use phrases like that, but I do feel like there is an opportunity here, compounding the creative energy that already resides in Leo, to really step into yourself and to stand up for yourself as you're creating and thinking through your intentions for this next phase. And I do have some seeds for you all to consider as you're planting these seeds of intention or thinking about what you want to manifest for this moon cycle, or just in general some prompts for you to ponder that are inspired by this new moon in Leo. So Leo rules the heart and the spine, those centers of courage in the body. So, having the heart to do something. We know that courage, the root of courage, core, comes from the word meaning heart. We have to really dig deep into our heart space to make hard choices, to act on those choices. So we're going to be pulling in some heart inspired movements today, really opening and connecting with the heart center. And then throughout the flow, we're borrowing a little bit from the Kundalini Spinal series that engage the spine in all its 5 movements. So the movements of the spine, I can't remember the technical terms. I'm not off the top of my head, but the rounding forward, the rounding back, the lateral bending. Well, am I going to remember them all? Because now I'm nervous. Oh yeah, the rotation, and then the actual extension between the vertebrae that kind of occurs in Urdhva Hastasana. When you have the arms overhead, you can feel that sort of length and rising happening through the lengths of the spine. And in downward facing dog, when you're kind of pressing the earth away and creating that space and length all down the length of the spine. So those are kind of what we're going to pull in today. Hope you have enough fodder now to sort of feel and understand how our practice is going to align with the teachings of this new moon in Leo. I recommend having 2 blocks for class today. If you don't have 2 blocks, it's fine. We're going to use them for a little heart bench starters. So if you're not into heart bench or don't have blocks, you can, of course, just lie flat on your back for a nice little extra spinal grounding. That would be nice. We're going to begin today again in heart bench. Let's grab those blocks and I will meet you over on the mat. So heart bench, this is going to really bring some awareness into the spine. Of course, you're going to feel that big lift under that long thoracic spine, that longest part that flows between the shoulder blades. And of course, this is going to give us a nice heart opening to start class as well. So that first block at the highest setting is going to support you just underneath the base of the skull. And the second block at the second highest height, running nice and narrow down the thoracic spine to give us that beautiful, beautiful lift. Yeah, so set that up and then we'll just lie back. And if you're going to use the playlist, I forgot to mention, you can press play right now. And I can't teach or create a new moon flow without having some kind of restorative element. This is really a time for resetting and wiping the slate clean. And I do feel like that's a hearty invitation to just to slow down and to drop into some real deep relaxation. So hopefully we achieve that with this brief little restorative beginning together. So instead of inviting in some breath awareness or anything for the mind to think about, I just want you to focus on softening, breathing in a way that feels soothed, unhurried, and just letting yourself reset in this moment. And as the moments unfold, just check in with where there might be some resistance in the body, any obvious tension, maybe allowing that to soften. Now, after we've settled in, starting to deepen the breath. Rest the spine a little heavier on your blocks. Feel that sort of melting action of the rib cage, softening on either side of that long and narrow block. For just these last 3 rounds, really making them count. Pulling that breath deep and down the spine into the belly. And breathing out any lingering tension. And then on your breath in, bringing the feet to the floor with the knees bent. Let's roll off to the side, off of the blocks, coming into the fetal position. Just for a moment, feeling the effects of that supportive pose. And then gently pressing up to your seat. Crossing the legs, just feeling maybe nice and vibrant, nice and lifted through the spine. We're going to hold on to the knees here for some big spinal circles. Again, this is our first pull from the Kundalini Spinal series. So we're going to start today by going clockwise. We're going to inhale the heart forward, feel the shoulders rolling back, and then starting to rotate and round the spine clockwise and back, a little angry cat action. Inhale as you swing it over to the left and pull the chest forward. Exhale as you pull to the right and round the chest back. So just let you find a range of motion that feels good. And I love feeling that heart open and pour forward as you breathe in. And then that nice kind of core activation as you lean back. You can really draw those abdominal muscles in towards the spine. All the while, just sort of shifting weight around on the sits bones. It's almost like you're drilling deeper into the earth, getting super grounded. You can see that this is activating or working that forward flexion, that back flexion, maybe even a little lateral bending in these. Next time the heart comes forward, just pause, take a nice deep breath in. Out the mouth, maybe lion's breath, sticking the tongue out. Gazing down the tip of the nose. And then we'll inhale, take it counterclockwise, and exhale as you round the spine. You really get the shoulders involved here. Feel the hands pressing down on the knees for a little extra stability. Waking everything up, getting those digestive juices flowing too, which is great. We'll go one more big circle. Excuse me. And then on the inhale, coming forward, take a nice deep breath in, preparing for a little lion's breath exhale. Stick out your tongue all the way, gaze down the tip of your nose, and exhale. And coming back up to a nice, tall spine seated position. Beautiful. Can't do a Leo class without some lion's breath. Let's extend the legs. Scoop the flesh away from the sit bones to our second installation from the spinal series. We're going to reach the arms forward, parallel to the earth, and the palms are going to face each other. This is called, I think it's called rowing. So on the inhale, we're going to round and lean back. And on the exhale, reach forward and feel that nice little stretch of the hamstrings. This is great for the low back as well. Feel your heart leading towards the toes, and then inhale back. So you can take this slow, or you can get a little bit more of like a pumping action in the breath, which I um, recommend. That's sort of like the spirit of this to really get things moving, activated, warm. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. You can imagine I'm at the foot of your mat, pressing firmly down on the ankles to keep your legs nice and anchored, giving you a little bit more freedom and strength in this rocking motion. Good. Keep going. Let's keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, arms up. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel your spine lengthen. Then exhale, folding forward any amount. Maybe you can grab the feet. Maybe just grabbing the legs. Taking a nice deep breath in again, feeling that spine float long. Opening the heart, fold forward any amount. You can even bend the knees here if you want to stretch the low back instead. And think about what you would do maybe in your first forward bend, standing forward bend. Then on your breath in, lifting your head for that halfway lift. Then exhaling up to standing. We're going to bring the knees in, feet to the floor. Wrap your hands around, bring your heels in a little bit closer, and then lift the spine, open your heart up. Hold onto the legs with the left arm, and then bring that right hand right behind the tailbone. On your breath in, lift the spine, and then twist in our first little rotation action in the spine. Let's inhale back to center, switching arms. Left hand plants, find your lift first, and then exhale, rotate. Keeping the heart open. And inhaling, we come back to center for one more little lift. Nice squeeze of the legs into the chest and the belly. Tabletop, crossing the shins. Let's come forward onto all fours. And we're going to lift right into downward facing dog. Now trying to think about that sort of like lengthening action we can create in the spine, pressing away with the hands, feeling your tailbone sort of like cow belly and lift up towards the sky. Relax the head and neck. Remember, the neck is an extension of the spine, cervical spine. Maybe even tucking the chin towards the throat and gazing back between the legs or up towards the navel. Full stacking length. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Let's walk or step all the way up to the hands. Inhale, hands to the shins for that halfway lift. Feel your spine grow long, shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, bend the knees and fold down. Inhale, hands to thighs for that halfway lift. Press the legs away and feel how long you can grow your spine through the crown of your head. Don't press so hard that you're hyperextending behind the knees. And exhale, bend the knees and fold. This time, inhale, rise all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, arms overhead. Grow that spine long, feel it. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let's begin with a single Om. Breathing in. Breathing in and breathing out, mountain pose. Just stand in your power for a moment. Beautiful. On your breath in, let's sweep the arms to sky, beginning our little salute phase of practice. On your exhale, bend the knees, pour over your legs into a forward bend. Rock a little weight into the toes. Feel your head get nice and heavy on the spine, creating traction. Inhale for a halfway lift. And as you exhale, stepping the right foot all the way back. Beautiful. Drop the knee and untuck the toes. We're going to, I want to go get my lefts and rights mixed up here. We're going to sweep the left arm up to the sky for a little twist. And exhale that hand back and down. Good, let's do a few more. Inhale, sweep the arm to sky. Opening the heart and shoulder. Exhale, sweep it down. Maybe it grazes the earth by the foot. Inhale, circle it up. You can have your right hand on a block here if that would feel good. Big full moon shapes. Let's do one more big circle. And exhaling, that hand plants for downward facing dog. Lift the back knee and softly step back. We'll flow through a little modified vinyasa to begin. Forward to plank pose. Drop the knees and lower to your belly. Untucking your toes from the legs. Cobra, inhale, lift. Ooh, feel that heart bench, opening your heart forward. Take it back to child's pose and breathe. Beautifully done. Inhale forward to tabletop, downward facing dog. Look forward, bend the knees and travel up to the thumbs. Inhale, flat back, length. Chin tucks. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise up, reach. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, the left foot lunges and we drop the knee and we untuck the toes. Beautiful. As you breathe in, reach that right arm forward. Open up your heart and then exhale it back and down. Inhale. Exhale. Don't be afraid to really open your heart to the sky as you reach and extend through that top arm. Last one before you plant the hand. Downward facing dog, stepping back slow and soft. Let's inhale forward, plank pose. Dropping the knee lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Use the spinal muscles. Exhale back to child's pose. Hips on the heels. Pausing for a breath. Tabletop. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep one. Let's look forward. Walk, step, or hop to the hands. Inhale for your flat back. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise up, reach. And hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Mountain pose. And just again, standing standing for yourself, nice and tall, shoulders away from the ears. Let's keep going. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift your head, feel the spine grow long. Exhale, the right foot again is going to lunge back, drop the knee and untuck the toes. So this time, we're going to do the same kind of action. Circle that left arm forward, up and back. And then as you reach to the sky, pause. Press off your bottom hand and rise up to a T before tilting yourself all the way back into this revolved, twisted lunge, which is giving us just so much spinal action. We're getting a little lateral, we're getting a little rotation, we're getting a little extension, a little heart opening as well. Feel that top arm, that thumb reaching overhead. Balance. Take another deep breath in, and then exhaling, slowly cartwheel the hands. Downward facing dog. Press it back. On your breath in, plank pose. Let's take it through chaturanga this time. Lowering halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhaling back to downward facing. Also for the new moon, moving with maybe a little bit more of a mindful pace today. So not jumping, not a lot of quick vinyasa action, just more like nice steady pace with the breath. Feeling that meditative action in the practice. Let's take a deep breath in. As you exhale, look forward and travel forward. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise, reach the arms to sky. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, the left foot is going to lunge back. Drop the knee and untuck the toes. We start with circling that right arm forward and to the sky. Then press off your bottom hand, pull yourself up to a T, and then tilt it all the way back. Bring your back hand to your back thigh, and reaching that left arm up and over. Twisting, side bending, extending, heart opening. Breathe in. And exhale, cartwheel the hands with control, downward facing dog, step it. Let's move through the vinyasa, forward to plank pose, feel a little lift in your seat, coming forward halfway down. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale for downward facing dog. Take a deep one. On the exhale, look forward, walk, step, or hop to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let's just pause. Feeling your feet on the ground, feeling your spine still nice and tall and long. Great. So from here, we're going to bring the hands to the hips. Soften your gaze forward. Coming right into some balance work, which of course always takes some courage to just like take the leap and just see where you are today. You're gonna start pouring some weight into the left foot and lift that right knee into the chest. Wrap the fingers around the shin and hug that knee in. A little softness in the standing knee. Flex that floating foot and lift your heart. Feel that length. Chin tucks in towards the throat. Good. Deep breath in. As you exhale, extend the leg and send your arms overhead. Do your best. Exhale, knee bends, grab the shin. Again, inhale, extend the leg, reach the arms overhead. Exhale the knee in. Good. Last time. Inhale, reach. And then very slowly, standing split, we're going to sweep that leg back. Maybe bring the hands through heart center, down to the earth. Heart folding towards the shin. Lifting that back leg with some strength and firmness. Big breath in. As you exhale, step back for warrior two. Ground that back foot at 90 degrees. And then windmill the arms open into your super strong stance. Opening your heart up. Good. So from here, we're going to take a little sample from the Kundalini spinal series. We're taking Ganesha Mudra. So having the left hand in front of the heart, palm out, and then placing the right hand on top there. And then we're going to link the fingers, just curl them so that they create a nice little like chain. And then pull the elbows away. So not like your whole strength, but putting a little bit of gusto in this for sure. Then on the inhale, left elbow up, right elbow down in front of the heart. Exhale, switch. And then just keep going. Keep that bend in your front knee and breathe. Inhaling on the left, exhaling on the right. Keep pulling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling back to center, warrior two. And straighten your front leg. Exhale. Turn the front toes in, and we're going to interlace hands behind the back. Lift your heart. Feel your shoulders rolling back. Oh, free that heart up to the sky. Now, if you're not a person that enjoys forward bends or are like financially, physically uncomfortable with forward bends, you could stay upright. And then, or if you'd like, you can fold forward with me and send those knuckles overhead. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to think of like how you'd be financially affected by a wide-legged forward fold. Letting the crown of the head get nice and heavy and thinking about sending your heart through your legs. Breathe. Slowly bring hands down to the earth and lift for halfway. Exhale, walk the hands around to frame your front foot, little runner's lunge. And we're going to take this right into wild thing. So it's going to be sort of like a transition through side plank, where I'm going to step my left foot over to the other side of my mat. So I'll show you if this is new for you. On the breath in, I'm just going to sort of turn myself inside out and reach that left arm overhead. So it's almost like being in a flip dog, just like a little longer. Press the earth away and feel your heart lifting, your hips lifting. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Flowing through the vinyasa. If you wish, you take a child's pose after that. And wherever you are, just taking 5 like really deep and nourishing breaths, either in child's pose, down dog, or maybe kneeling. And then from downward dog, as you exhale, look forward, walk, step, or hop to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to heart. Mountain pose, again, just standing in your own radiance. Remember Natalie Levin once saying and every time you can remember, just to remember your own magnificence and like stand accordingly or sit accordingly. We're going to blink the eyes open, gaze forward, find a drishti point, start to pour some weight into your right foot, and then bring that left knee into the chest, interlacing your fingers in front of the shin, open up your heart, flex that left foot. Beautiful. Oh, goodness. My Alexa, she really likes to go rogue sometimes. Hold that thought, guys. Hold that thought. So on the inhale, extend that leg and send your arms up to the sky. Exhale, knee bends, grab the shin. Inhale, reach and extend your foot, your leg forward. Exhale, bring the knee in. Last time, extend and reach. Hold 3, 2, and slowly swing into a standing split. Firming that lifted leg, feel the inner thigh spiraling towards the sky. One more deep breath in. And exhale, step back, getting ready for warrior 2, grounding that back heel, windmill your arms open. Settle in. Ganesha Mudra, this time the right palm faces away from the heart. Clasp those fingers with the left. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, right elbow up first. Exhale with the left. And go with a little bit of force. Keep pulling the fingers away from one another. You're sort of like winding up, charging up this heart center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Turn the front toes and parallel, heels are kicking out slightly wider, and interlace your hands behind the back with the awkward thumb on top. Inhale, pull those arms straight and lift. You can stay here or fold with me. All the way down. When you're ready, releasing the hands down on your breath and lift halfway. And walking your hands around, framing your right foot face forward. Getting ready for our wild thing transition. Take a breath in, really root through your left hand, and then swing that left leg around. Lift. So I've been like in a little side plank action in my left leg, flexing that foot. Big breath in, lift your hips and your heart. Exhale, downward facing. Flush through the vinyasa yogis if you wish. We'll meet in down dog, child's, or kneeling position. And let's all meet in the child's pose. Wrap the arms back by your side so the palms can face up, relax the fingers, and just feel your shoulders sort of like rounding forward and down, opening that space in the back of the heart. And then let's slowly rise up to sit on the heels. Good. We're going to place blocks, the highest height, nice and close to the feet here. And we're going to prepare for a little camel work, Ustrasana pose. We're rising up to stand on the shins, tuck your toes. And again, making sure those blocks are in nice and close on either side of your heels at the highest height. You can use them, they're there. If not, you can just flow through this pose as normal. So I'm going to stand nice and strong, toning the thighs. Feel your hip points sort of like press forward a bit, like you're spiraling your inner thighs forward as well. You should feel your glutes kind of turn on a little bit there. Don't get too tight, but just feel that activation happen. Hands on your low back, like your hands are in pockets, and just sort of like press down. Sort of like you're asking your tailbone to scoop under, so that kind of action. Squeeze the elbows back, and as you inhale, press your hips forward and lift your heart. Think about lifting more than leaning back. Maybe the throat can open. Beautiful. This is just our prep position is first, always. Keep growing, lifting out of the spine. One more deep breath in. And start with the head, rolling yourself up. Untuck your toes and exhale back into a seat. Ooh. Beautiful. Sitting nice and strong. You can place one of these blocks underneath your seat if you'd like. For again, another sample from the spinal series in Kundalini. This little cat-cow action again. You can do this with a little bit of vigor. On your inhale, with hands on the thighs, lift your heart, cow belly. As you exhale, round the spine back and drop your chin to your chest. Beautiful. And start to go with your pace. Thrusting that heart forward and then rounding back. Five, four, three, two, one. Standing straight or sitting straight, rising up, tucking toes. Beautiful. Engage the legs. Feel that like external rotation through the thighs, drawing the navel in. You can bring your hands to the low back, fingers down, maybe fingers up this time. Bringing those blocks in nice and close. And when you're ready, as you inhale, feel the hips and heart lifting forward and up. And then if you'd like, your hands can release those blocks for a little different sensation today. Assisting the heart even higher. Three, two, rising up, untuck the toes and sit back. Whew. It's like a shot of espresso. We're going to now Staying in that kneeling position, our last sample from the spinal series. We're going to bring the fingertips to the tops of the shoulders. You guys know I love this. I teach it all the time. Drawing the navel in. On your inhale, twist left. On your exhale, twist right. And just start to swing. You can do this with the legs crossed too if you prefer, or of course sitting up on a block. Okay, just whatever you choose. We'll spend a few moments here. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Eyes are soft. Keep drawing the navel in. Let the breath anchor you here for another 10. 5, 3, 2, 1. To center. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. Hands to heart. Pause and feel. And then in your own way, we're going to come to lie on the belly. Maybe those blocks are towards the top of your mat. Just pull yourself forward, lying prone. Full surrender. From here, I'm going to slide my right leg out to the side, taking half frog. So the knee is going to line up with my hip. I'm going to create a right angle with the leg, with the knee, and a little like gentle flexion with the foot so the toes point out to the side. So you can stay right here, just enjoying that really gentle hip and groin stretch. But if you'd like to bring the shoulders in, you can grab for your block. To place it under your head, I'm going to send my left arm across the chest. Place that block under my head, and then extend my right arm forward. I wasn't watching the time. It is 9:55, so we're doing some camel pose during the new moon alignment. Let's inhale back to center. Start by bending the left knee out to the side and then thread the right arm across your chest. Breathe with that left arm reaching forward. And stay another couple breaths, just really giving your weight to that bottom shoulder, giving your weight to your hips. And then we'll slowly come back to center, maybe just extending the arms forward for a moment, resetting into neutral. And then in your own way, you could flip onto your back or press yourself up and then shift onto the back, whatever makes sense. But that's where we'll meet. Reclining back, taking Shavasana, arms by the sides with the palms up. Letting the spine relax nice and long. And just letting yourself soften into the mat, into the earth. So here's just some food for thought as you drop into your rest for maybe some inspiration for your new moon in Leo intention setting. Did your mouth utter yes, but your soul said meh? Maybe cry it out with a resounding heck no. The Leo new moon gives you permission to gracefully bow out of activities that aren't lighting your fire. Most of us don't have enough hours in the day for the things we do love, much less activity that drain our spirits. Consider this new moon your call to seek fresh avenues of inspiration and make sure they align with your deepest desires. Leo is the sign of courage. This new moon can help you develop a stronger backbone. Have you been making excuses, not sticking up for your beliefs, or freaking out before taking action? Maybe good old-fashioned fear has disguised itself as a perfectly reasonable excuse to avoid taking a risk or pursuing what you really want. Now you're being challenged. Should you forge ahead or back down? The Leo new moon says, if you want it, pounce. Your willingness to fight for your desires is the first catalyzing step. As the zodiac's royal, Leo shows us to lead with heart and nobility. There will always be people who oppose your stance, but this new moon reminds us that it's better to be respected and moreover to respect yourself than to gain the so-called popular vote. Leaders blaze trails, which might mean standing alone for a minute. But in the 6 months to follow, leading up to the full moon in Leo in early 2022, your brave stance will attract people who haven't had the courage to advocate for themselves. Those are some things to think about. Reminders, inspirations. And just letting those words settle on your heart, allow yourself to rest for just a little while longer. Now starting to breathe deep. The clean slate and a fresh spirit, reaching the arms overhead. Extending from fingers to toes, and then drawing your knees in, rolling into a beautiful little seed shape of the fetal position. And then allow yourself to press up for a comfortable seat. And today we'll bring the left hand to the heart and then the right hand on top, just for one last nod to that courageous heart center within all of us. Bowing to the fingertips. And just take a few moments to breathe into the hands. Once again, giving you permission to, give a second thought or even walk away from that new endeavor that kind of makes your soul go, meh. Take a really vibrant and gutsy step into this next cycle. You have all the ferocity and the strength and the courage to do the things that you love because you deserve those things. Bring the thumbs to the third eye and bow as we say, Namaste.